Today we are going to discuss about transportation problem. So welcome to my YouTube channel Mechanical Engineering Management. Like, share and subscribe. So in this video we will discuss about unbalanced problem. Next, Vogel approximation method for the initial basic feasible solution. Next, Moody method for the optimality test. And at last, degeneracy in transportation problem. So all these different points we are going to discuss with the help of one problem. So focus it carefully. It is very important problem for the exam point of view. So let's start the description. A transportation company has 5, 10, 7 and 3 trucks available at 4 different sites A, B, C and D. Its customer have requirement of 5, 8 and 10 trucks at the 3 different destinations X, Y and Z respectively. The distance in kilometers from an origin to destination is summarized in following table. Formulate above problem as transportation problem and determine strategy for a company using Vogel approximation method. Test the optimality of VAM solution and determine optimum strategy for the transportation company. Table is given to you. So first of all, look at the steps of the transportation problem. First step, prepare the tabular form. So here in this table, demand and supply is not given to you. So first you need to prepare the table with demand and supply. Look at the first sentence. A transportation company has 5, 10, 7 and 3 trucks available. That means the supply capacity at 4 different sites A, B, C and D. So I can write over here the supply for the A, B, C, D as 5, 10, 7 and 3. Now next, its customer have requirement of 5, 8 and 10 trucks. So this is demand at 3 different destinations X, Y, Z. So I can write over here 5, 8 and 10. So now it is your tabular form. Next, convert maximization to minimization. Look at the description, the distance is given to you and obviously it should be minimized. So you can assume that the given problem is minimization type. Next step, convert unbalanced to balanced problem. For that, you have to find the total demand and total supply. So I am going to find the total demand, that is 5 plus 8 plus 10 and that will be 23. Next, total supply 5 plus 10 plus 7 plus 3 and that is 25. So look at these two values and both are not same and so that this problem is unbalanced problem. So first you need to convert from unbalanced problem to balanced problem. So here you can see there is a shortage in demand. So I should create the dummy shop having demand 2. So here you can see there is a dummy retail shop having demand 2. And now it is your balance problem. So once again look at the steps of the transportation problem. Find IBFS, that means initial basic feasible solution by NWC, LC and VAM. But in the description it is mentioned that you have to follow the VAM to find IBFS. So I am going to apply the VAM method to find IBFS. So here I have written IBFS by VAM. And already we have discussed in earlier video of VAM method. So I am going to fast little bit over here. So if you want to learn specifically the Vogel approximation method, then you can refer my earlier video of Vogel approximation method. First you have to find the difference, that is called as the penalty. So I am going to find the difference from each row and that is the difference of lowest and second lowest value. So here it is 30. Next here lowest is 0 and next lowest is 40 and so that the difference is 40. And similar way you can find the difference for each row and each column. Now select the greatest penalty. So here there is a tie, and at that time you can give the priority first for the minimum cost. If there is a tie for the minimum cost also, then you can go for the maximum allocation. That also I have explained in my earlier video. Based on that, I can select this is as a greatest penalty, and so that the minimum corresponding transportation cost is 0, and so that I should allocate over here. For the allocation, you should select the minimum value from the corresponding supply and demand, and that is 2 over here. So I can allocate 2. Now modify the supply and demand. So remaining supply capacity is 8 over here, and here demand is fulfilled, so it will be cancelled, and so that this whole column will be cancelled. Now once again repeat the step. That means you have to find the difference for the remaining rows and columns. Select the greatest penalty. So here it is 30, and your corresponding minimum cost is 30. So I should allocate over here, and that is the minimum value from the corresponding supply and demand. So here it is 5. Modify the supply and demand. So here no supply is there, and so that it will be cancelled. Now once again find the difference for the remaining rows and columns. Select the greatest penalty. So here it is tie. So you can select based on this criteria. So here this is the greatest penalty, and so that this is your corresponding minimum transportation cost. Select the minimum value from the corresponding supply and demand. So I can allocate 5, modify the supply and demand. So it will be cancelled. Once again find the penalty for the remaining rows and columns. Select the greatest penalty so that the corresponding minimum cost is 40. And for allocation, select the minimum value from the corresponding supply and demand. So it will be 7. Modify the supply and demand so that this will be cancelled. Once again find the penalty for the remaining rows and columns. Select the greatest penalty. So this is your minimum corresponding transportation cost, and here select the minimum value from the corresponding supply and demand. So it will be 3. Now modify the supply and demand. So both will be cancelled. So here now there is a single row, or you can say single column. So directly you can allocate over here, and this will be the last cell, and so that your corresponding supply and demand must be same. So I can allocate 3. So this is the IBFS by Wang. That means initial basic feasible solution by Vogel approximation method. According to the steps of the transportation problem, now you need to check the degeneracy, and this is the rim condition to check the degeneracy. So first check this rim condition. So here number of occupied cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I can say number of occupied cells are 6. M is the number of rows, that is 4. N is the number of columns, that is also 4. But here look at this condition, that is not satisfied over here. That means you can say number of occupied cells are less than n plus n minus 1, and so that the solution is degenerated. So first we have to resolve degeneracy, then we can go for the optimality test. So this is the IBFS by Wang. Now to solve the degeneracy, a small positive number epsilon is assigned to one or more unoccupied cell based on rim condition. So in earlier slide we have discussed that there is a shortage of one occupied cell. So I have to assign epsilon to one unoccupied cell. For that, these are the important points you should keep in mind. The cell has minimum cost from unoccupied cells. Second, it should be independent cell. That means should not make any type of loop. Third, it should not be in dummy row or column. So if I want to assign the epsilon to unoccupied cell, then you should first pick up the minimum cost from unoccupied cell. So here 0, 0 and 0. But according to the third criteria, it should not be in dummy row or column. So my next minimum value from unoccupied cells is 40. So I can assign epsilon over here. But you know that the cell should be the independent cell. So check whether you can make a loop from this cell or not. So here I can see the loop is not possible from this cell in any one direction. So this is independent cell. I can assign epsilon to this cell. So now degeneracy is solved because of now here there are 7 occupied cells, that is greater than or equal to m plus n minus 1. So now I can apply the Moody method, or you can say UV method. These are the steps of the UV method. For that, first we have to find the UI and VJ for the all rows and columns. So I can write over here U and V for all rows and for all columns. Assign 0 to U or V which has maximum occupied cells. So here this row number 2 having maximum occupied cells, that means 3, and so that I can assign 0 over here. And based on that I can find the remaining values for U and V by using this equation UI plus VJ is equal to Cij. And that also we have discussed in earlier videos of Moody method. So if you want to see in detail for the Moody method only, then you can refer my earlier videos of modified distribution method. So here this is allocated cell. So you can put the corner of this arrow to the allocated cell over here, and so that UI plus VJ must be equal to Cij. So it will be 0. Next, UI plus VJ must be equal to Cij. So it will be 60. Next, UI plus VJ must be equal to Cij. So it will be 40. Similarly, you can find the remaining values of U and V. After getting remaining values of U and V, you can find the VCE, that means vacant cell evaluation, by using this equation, and that is only for the unallocated cells. So here the 60 is VCE, means vacant cell evaluation, 70 is the cell cost, and this algebraic summation is known as implicit cost, that is sometimes known as the opportunity cost also. So here this is the example of this first VCE. So here you can see this 70 is the cell cost, and this implicit cost is the sum of the corresponding U and V, and so that I can write over here 60. Similarly, so if I want to find over here, then it will be 60 minus sum of corresponding U and V. So if you simplify, then you will get as 40. Next, if I want to find over here, then it will be 0 minus sum of U and V, and so that it will be 30. In a similar fashion, I can find the remaining values of VCE. So here you can see all VCE are greater than or equal to 0, and so that this solution is optimal. Here no VCE is 0, so the problem has no alternative optimum solution. So you can say the optimum solution is unique. So look at the description. Formulate the above problem as transportation problem. So already we have discussed it with the demand and supply. So that is the formulation. And determine strategy for a company using WAM So already we have applied the VAM to find IBFS. Then we have checked the VAM solution by the optimality test also and determine optimum strategy. So I can find 13 into 5 plus 14 into 5 plus 16 into 3 plus 0 into 2 plus 14 into 7 plus 13 into 3, and that is 900 kilometers. Here epsilon is a very small value, and so that 40 into epsilon is once again very small value, so you can ignore it over here. So this is your final answer, total minimum transportation distance. So thanks my dear friends, press the like button to appreciate this video.